Hey guys, welcome back. It is time for a binder stream, kind of. Maintenance stream, binder stream, half binder stream, half whatever else we get done in a couple hours of hanging out. I just did my binder back up instead of undoing it. Dr. H, how's it going? This new Rush song is pretty pumping. Let's see here, we might have to zoom out a little bit. So we're gonna go through the checklist. We're mostly gonna go through the like Sword and Shield stuff. We'll do the promo binder. Lunatic, how's it going? Jade Rabbit says you're sober. I am. I don't think I have any beer actually. Spoiler alert! If you weren't there for the happy hour on Saturday, I had a couple more beer and decided to make some ridiculous purchases for a future stream. We got some Japanese orders in. I got a very expensive booster pack to open. Got some mystery Japanese lots, like shoe cases. Dustin, how's it going? See you over there. Alright, let's do the promo binder. TKO says, hey Rattle, in the evil French cowboy voice. Hey Rattle. Alright, let's do the promo binder here first. A guy who cooks says, love what you do, Rattle, much love. Thank you very much. Chrono says, vintage Japanese pack. Yes. If anyone can guess it that doesn't already know, I will tell you if you're correct. I guess previous content might have spoiled it a little bit. Oh my god, we got the ultimate glare. Let's put this over here. Blastoise, how's it going? Oh, the Stream Elements is kicking in. I don't think Stream Elements is it not working again? That's number 5. Alright, we're not going to mess this binder up. I am missing a couple promos, I think. Whatever number 4 is. If anyone wants to let me know what the missing thing is, feel free to do so. It is most definitely a Japanese vintage pack. I'm excited. I'm not a Japanese collector, so that should kind of speak to what it is. Trinket Fan 420 says, what is your goal of making videos to expose people who sell Pokemon cards? I'm just genuinely curious. I would have major anxiety exposing someone without solid evidence. I mean, even when I have to say that I'm unsure about something, I have to be pretty sure about it before I'm going to say anything about it, right? Cognac says, hi Rattle, Wizards Squad still mad at you. Yeah, they'll do that though. I mean, some of it is probably them in denial. Other is probably just like they're going to defend regardless of what happened. You could show them anything. Don't matter. Lunatic says, number 4 is Mimikyu EX. I thought I had a Mimikyu, but maybe I don't. I must not. Yeah, we got almost the whole first page. It's pretty snazzy. I guess there's a purchase in here too that I haven't shown off yet. A pretty cool one, you might say. Mo Thomas, how's it going? We'll get into showing off the pkmn.gg a little bit later into the stream here. After we get this binder assembled, we can go in and check them off. Drunken saying, there's always a gray area. I'd love for people who purchased from these people to come forward with their negative experiences and not speculation. I mean, there's only so much you can do, right? And if they're taking stuff off screen, and if they have packs that are opening and they're hiding the packs that are open on the bottom, that's enough for me. I don't give a fuck. If they'd like to prove otherwise, they can do so. Here, we get the Pokemon Center one. I guess that's going to go in the back. But yeah, there's like... I mean, there's only so much. I don't have footage behind the scenes of them, like, opening the booster packs. They didn't do that. They only do so much on the screen. If he's submitting the cards, if it's all there, it's probably there. It probably is what it looks like. Alright, we got the Koraidon for the back of the binder as well. Man, there are going to be a lot of Scarlett and Violet promos. We got a Flaffy. The Ampharos from the deck. I mean, that's the thing with like the Blake people too. It's just like not all of them were dumb enough to like have open packs on the bottom. Not all of them were dumb enough to like be taking stuff off the screen and come back with a different artwork. But they were still all doing the same thing. So is there like some benefit of doubt, like this little incy bits that like, oh, maybe they didn't know what they were doing was a scam? You can say that, but when they're all doing the exact same thing as each other and it all benefits them greatly, like clearly it was a team effort to fuck people, even to the point that like Whatnot is gonna refund them for it. So the reason why I'm not psychic, I can't predict the future, I can't see through walls or anything like that. But the reason that I'm usually right is because I don't argue something unless I'm almost positive that I'm right. So if it looks like a scam, it's probably a scam. But I mean, yes, you still have to see genuine evidence of a scam going on. To me, when somebody's opening a booster box, pretending to check it for, you know, reseals or anything like that, and hides or tries to hide the fact that the bottoms are open on the packs because they weren't resealed well, that's evidence enough that why would you buy from that person? Why would you think that they're not scamming? Not to mention the fact that all those big hits from those same boxes are being graded by that person. That's what we're saying. Now, whether you want to believe that, whether you think that's sufficient enough, I mean, it should be. If you're still buying that stuff, or still believing that he wasn't ripping people off, I feel for you. Bagels 45, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime. Much appreciated. If you guys didn't know, if you go on Twitch, if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free once a month Twitch Prime subscription. If you do that, you get one of these bad boys free of charge. I ran out of envelopes. I'm working my way through them. But if you send me a Discord message with your shipping info, and you either have a Twitch sub, a YouTube membership, or a Discord Nitro, any of those three things, that'll get you a sticker free of charge. Just send me your shipping info and I'll send it out to you, regardless of where you are in the world. 25. Nick says, the Roshna tunes slapping tonight? Oh yeah, they are. I like how the new ones always end up at the start of the playlist. We're on the Everything Pokemon playlist. The French lady is here with the biggest smile in town. TKO says, look for all the Blakers at your local county fair this year. True. 26, we got the Varoom. He's got a swirl on him too. Look at that arrow swirl. $27, we got the Pikachu. Trinket says, question still remains, what's your goal? Mine is keeping Pokemon fun and pure, but selling can also be those things. I don't care. If there's somebody that's ripping somebody else off, I'm gonna rip them a new asshole, is basically what it comes down to. There's no room for it, there's no need for it, there's too much of it, and if someone's ripping someone else off, I'm gonna take care of them. Essentially. That's my goal. It's a little side quest. We got the Pokemon Center promo. I know people are gonna be like, oh, but it's negativity. Well, it's not negativity. I would rather just call somebody out and make them stop scamming people than sit back and let them do it. So that's where we come in there. I don't care if it's the most expensive of expensive things, or it's somebody that's, you know, ripping off people for $1,000 here or there or a couple times. If they're doing it, then they're in trouble. That's the main. That's kind of what the main premise of the channel has turned into at this point in time. We're still gonna do all the fun Pokemon stuff like this. We're still collecting. We're still buying. We're still doing what we love. We're gonna do openings because they're fun, but we're also gonna kick scammer butt every now and then. Cognac says 151 pull rates are so bad that I don't even need to scam myself. I didn't think they were that bad. I think if you had bad luck with them, it's probably just like a small amount of packs can easily like go good or bad. But with even the amount that I've opened, I think the pull rates are exactly the same as the other Scarlet and Violet sets in terms of how often you get like SIRs or IRs. It's like basically 1 in 3 packs. Alright, we got number 36. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Alright, we're missing some promos here on this page. Elephant. Shug, how's it going? Devin says only open 12 packs and hit the Zard. I'm satisfied. Yeah, that can happen too. So like, you might not hit the cards that you want, but you should with like a decent sample size. Like if you open 36 packs, you're only supposed to get 2 SIRs. Or an SIR and a gold card. That's pretty much how the booster boxes worked for the previous sets. So. Trinket says Paldea Evolved is brutal compared to 151. It definitely is. In terms of set completion, it's brutal, but like the pull rates in terms of like hits are the same in Paldea as the other sets. So like your Obsidian Flames, it's easy to pull the Charizards, but it's not any easier to pull like an SIR than anywhere else. Finally, we got a special Mawile. We got the old pre-release Mawile. Beautiful card, beautiful. Love the alternate art of them. Wait, did we miss 37, 38, 39? No, we're good. We got Palmy with a swirl in the sky. I don't know if I was in a swirl mood when I was picking these out. Bought a bunch of those products, so probably just picked some with swirls. Trinket says, how many binders do you have these days? I have a binder for every individual set. So like all the main sets I'll have their own binder. Sometimes like specialty sets I'll have them like a couple in the same binder. But a lot. More than 100. And then I have a few like non-Pokemon ones. Like I have one for my Metabots complete collection. I have some from like the Zillions of lv.x. Stuff like that. $44, huh? 42, 43, 44. We got a Snorlax here. 51. 5, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. Alright, we're missing some promos there too. Beauty. There are a lot of variants here, and we are going to see that in a second. So these are the very cool purchase that I made. Can you guess why I bought the staff stamp Obsidian Flames pre-release promos? We got the Cleffa, we got the Palafin, and this is the biggest reason that I kind of like rush purchased the staff stamps was because I wanted them all while. Favorite Pokemon? Centering on the Togekiss? Centering on the Togekiss is not that bad. It might be the sleeve that's making it look bad. The top is a little bit heavy, but it's not that bad. A little left heavy. It could be the sleeve that's making it look a little bit bigger than it is. But yeah, the top is definitely heavy. A little thin on the bottom there with the text. But she's going to be just fine for the binder. 37. 38, 36, 37, 38. Billy says, "Oh my God, you shaved your face. What is happening?" You look 12. That's the secret to looking young, right? 5 pounds lighter and 5 years younger is this trinket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, we can put these in here. Again, once I get more of these, then I'll like move them around to put them in order. But the variants, we got the Pokemon Center staff. I've been keeping on top of these. These can go kind of a little bit out of control, especially compared to their non-stamped counterparts. Beautiful little Charmander there. I haven't been screwed over yet because I usually just open one of those Pokemon Center ETBs. Did I put the wrong one at the start? I think I did. We did. Get out of there, Snorlax, without a stamp. I was like, where's the stamp on him? There it is. Hey, down there. It's gonna be crazy to see how much more expensive the stamped ones end up being down the road, just because there's gonna be so many more of the regular versions with the Pokemon Center ETBs coming with both. Should be pretty interesting. I feel like these almost need to be done on the bottom by themselves. Let's do that. Oh yeah. Sweet. Sweet deal. Alright. Let's check these bad boys off. So now, if we go like so, we're all of a sudden on psapikachu.com, which is convenient because I can tell you guys that the pre-orders are up for Paradox Rift. Everyone's like crazy excited for like the museum promos, the Van Gogh promos. I know someone's gonna lose their shit because they call it Van Gogh, pronounced it wrong, but it's okay. The Van Gogh promos. What was before that? The skateboards, everything. 151. Everyone's like concerned about everything except for Paradox Rift. I'm mostly just excited for Paradox Rift. I think it's gonna be fun. We're gonna do another mega super extreme opening. If you guys haven't ordered from psapikachu.com and you're from the US of A, definitely give them a shot. It's $105 for a booster box. They package it really well. If you want a case or something like that, make sure to provide a note and maybe even send him a message. He's in the Discord, so you can make arrangements like that. If you're doing it for like sealed collection reasons, then it's a good way to get stuff that's not banged and danged. TKO says, I'm liking Paradox Rift, but I'm a Garchomp fan. Fair. I think it'll be interesting to see like the future and prehistoric. What are they? What do we want to call them? The ancient Pokemon. I guess they're called ancient and future. That'll be interesting. I don't think it's going to be necessarily the most popular set of all time, but it'll be interesting nonetheless. If you're in Canada, you can go to dosecards.ca. They got the hookup on that. If you're looking at the prices on here, they're in Canadian dollars, but again, it works out to around the same price. Canadian dollar sucks a mean wiener at the moment. Recently got a Troll and Toad coupon, so we're going to be doing more single streams, something similar to this, or maybe more like the mail day kind of streams, where I'll be ordering singles for the sets that I'm missing singles from. So look forward to that. If we have time tonight, maybe we'll get on there and order the some of the like Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet stuff that we're missing. Drew, how's it going? Welcome in. So if you use code RATTLE5 on Troll and Toad, or if you put ! Troll and Toad in the chat, you will get the discount code. Just use the normal link. It applies to it's 5% off anything on the site other than the vendor, the like third-party vendor items. So keep that in mind when you're shopping. And now let's check these bad boys off. So we are missing the Mimikyu somehow. The app that we're using right now is Pokemon or pkmn.gg. I'm going to be switching over to this. I'm hoping that I only have my modern sets added at the moment, but But it's got a cool little system where it tracks like your progress. It'll basically tell you like, hey, this is how many dollars you've accumulated and what level you are based on how many cards you have. But it's looking promising. It's a really clean setup. I like that. They're supposed to be adding a lot of the variants and stuff like that in the future. So if they do that, that's going to be a huge help. That's the biggest issue I think at the moment. I basically need a spreadsheet to go along with like my Pokélector, which is just too much to keep up with. And then sometimes stuff isn't added, but I get it, but then I don't check it off, but I put it in the binder, and it's just not good. You gotta stay up to date. We do not want to check out the Mimikyu. We do not have the Mimikyu. So, and I think the prices are pretty spot on. Like, there's some stuff that I would probably argue is more or less expensive. You can also send me a friend request. I don't know if there's a maximum amount of friends that you can have, but if you want to be friends, we can be friends, and then I think you can compare. Hopefully, eventually, you can like show people what your duplicates are. I mostly want it to be able to show people like what I'm missing. So if someone's like, hey, want to trade? I can be like, yeah, just go check my pkmn.gg, see what I'm missing, see if you have anything that I need for my sets, and then we can make a trade that way. It's a whole lot easier than like, they'll be like, what do you need? Well, I'm missing about 9,000 cards. Do I remember off the top of my head what they are? Absolutely not. But this is a good way to do that. All right, we have everything all the way through Pikachu. So at the moment, we got no variants, but that's okay. $0.35 for a Varoom. That poor little guy. Shin Pao. And then we can go down to the Elephant. Got these bad boys. So again, the staff versions are not added yet. That's the kind of thing that would be really nice to have, and to have it all logged and be able to say like, check out what I have and don't have, because when it comes down to the stamp stuff, probably not remembering necessarily. Alright, and I don't have the Paradise Resort. Not looking forward to buying that bad boy. And I still need these three little babies. Oh, and then the Pikachu with the hat. With the felt, with the gray felt hat. Cheesecake says, do they not have the PC stamp stuff listed either? No, I don't think so at this time. Not yet. So that's all stuff that they need to add. Same with like the non-holo variants and stuff like that. It'll be good to get that all going. They're supposed to be working with a friend of mine who is very good at all of that stuff. So I know that once they have her up and running and working on it, that all of that stuff will be very much taken care of, because she's a friend, Saber, that collects English like I do, but then also collects Japanese. So I think she's also going to be adding the Japanese stuff. So for all the Japanese collectors out there, that'll be pretty cool to have as a resource. All right, we are going to just grab a random binder. I have let's see here. We have these cards here from Sword and Shield era that I didn't put away. That's why we were missing so many previously. So we're gonna do that. Trinket Fan says, how do you spell the website you're on? I don't have a command for it, but it's pkmn.gg. You can just make an account. I haven't used it on mobile, but it works really good on desktop. I figure most of the time when I'm using an app like this, I want to use it on desktop, because I'm at my computer, I got my desk, I'm setting it up, I'm checking off cards, I'm putting cards away. But it is nice to be able to access it from your phone and have it consistent. So like if you're at a show or something, or if you're somewhere where you want to know if you want to trade someone, you can check to see if you have whatever they're looking at, whatever they have. If you're anything like myself and you have too many cards and can't remember what you do or don't have when it comes to the really obscure stuff, for sure, definitely Definitely helpful. Ooh, I want to put my... I do want to put my Brilliant Stars in a 4-row. Maybe we'll do that. I don't know if we're going to have time to shop today, guys, but I would like to get through most of this. We got like an hour and a half to go. Try and do what we can. Milk goes in last, says, I hope you're having a good day, Rattle. Thanks, I am. Having a great day. All right, let's power through this. We got a new freshy binder. In terms of binders and sleeves and stuff like that, if you put !binder in the chat, or if you put !sleeves in the chat, you'll get a link to those. The binders, if you're looking for binders, they're awesome binders. They're the Dex Protection. I wouldn't argue that they're any better than like the, I mean, unless you really like this, like, I don't know what you would call like suede kind of interior, like fake suede. Then maybe they're your preference. But they're just a high quality side loading binder. You can go to dexprotection.com. And you can use code Rattle Pokemon 15 for 15% off of those. I would suggest just buying a single binder at first, just to make sure that you like it. And then buy something that's not a like special edition weird colorway or something like that if you want them all to match, if you're gonna have more binders in the future. It's the biggest thing. Oh, maybe the sleeve, maybe the commands aren't working. Man, the old bot is not working great. Let's see here. That's protection.com. We're gonna manual it. Code Rattle Pokemon. Yeah, it wasn't working last stream and it's not working this stream. I saw that it joined the Twitch. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to. It'll definitely be in the description if you don't see it during the stream. But good. Here it is. My apologies, guys. I'm gonna have to see what's going on with that. Pretty sure it's just on their end that's not working. But you can get 15% off there. They have deck boxes and all that stuff too if you're into or want any of that stuff. They have zippered versions. All kinds of different accessories. Travel boxes, travel bags. Mario says bot became a scammer and is afraid of Rattle now. It might be. I know Fitz is almost done his Brilliant Stars. If he's in here, or if he's in here later. I think he was just missing a couple of reverses. I think my Brilliant Stars extra reverses are definitely not in order. They might be all in one spot though, or at least mostly in one spot. So, if you guys are looking at collecting any of that stuff, Logitech says I got the 151 cards today. Rattle, thanks. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Seems like a lot of people got their stuff today that I sent them. Ubu Mart says I've had the worst luck with Brilliant Stars. Yeah, I mean at least Brilliant Stars is like a 1 in 3 booster pack kind of set. It's got the trainer gallery, so it's not like super hard mode like the sets prior to that. But it is rough. It's not easy to pull that Charizard if that's what you're going for. I keep thinking about it and then I never actually do it, but I need to reach back out to the Pokemon Company. I ended up pulling a second, if you guys didn't see, one of the 3-pack battles with Adam. I ended up pulling a second copy of that Altart Zard, and it was very damaged. Like it looked like it got hit by a shopping cart or something on the back side of it. So I sent that into them. It's been taking forever. They haven't like refunded me or sent me replacements or anything like that. So if you do ask them at this point in time, like if it's been a while, you can ask them to send you or pay you out via PayPal, and they'll do that for you. Basically on whatever the value is. Surreal says, "Are you going to CGC? Is that happening, or is that for a not for real invitation?" Maybe. I mean, I don't know how much sense it makes financially, but or how much they like really meant that they wanted me to come visit them. If I do go visit them, like, surely they know that I'm not gonna just like give them a free pass or something, right? If any of them do want to talk to me and like record like either a live or a video or something like that, like a Q&A, like I'll gladly do it. I'm not gonna give them softball questions. So hopefully they, I mean, I'm gonna warn them about that going in regardless, but if they'd like to, I'd be down. Blitz says, how to load a binder 101. Yeah, pretty much. How to wish that your Brilliant Stars was in a 4-row instead of a 3-row, 9 slot, 12 slot instead of 9 slot. How to unload and load a binder 101. Fresh Chat says, any more in-person interviews? So that wasn't really planned. But if the opportunity arises, for sure, why not? I'll be at Worlds in Hawaii. So if there's any scammers that would like to talk to me in person there, they're welcome to do so. Never know, never know. Should have done more like live streaming or stuff like that while I was there, but it was hard to get done. We need a camera crew or something, or a camera person. Juan says, sir, you are a legend. Thank you for what you do. Problem Juan. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in to hang out with us tonight. I know these are like a little bit of a chill stream. This is stuff that I need to get done. And I've been absolutely swamped recently with like a combination of both YouTube stuff and non-YouTube stuff. So do need these little breaks. Do need to keep my stuff in order. We need to get it nice and organized. Get it where it needs to be. I do have some really cool streams and stuff coming up that will be coming up. Fresh Chat says, maybe interview Isaiah Bradner at Worlds. Maybe. I don't know. That's the thing too. Like in terms of like, I don't want to be overly confrontational like to people that like don't necessarily like. If I don't agree with somebody on something, like I don't want to like ruin their experience, but if someone wants to talk to me, by all means they're welcome to do so. I mean, imagine most of the scammy whammies aren't necessarily going to be hanging out at Worlds, short of the ones that are like they're trying to buy trophy cards or something maybe. Cyril says, I freaking love Brilliant Stars. Brilliant Stars is a good set. I'm not even a Charizard baller, and I think Brilliant Stars is just a good set. It's a good size. It's got a lot of nice alt arts in it. It's got Trainer Gallery. Trainer Gallery I think I like more than even the alt arts, if I'm being honest. Definitely way better in terms of like value for what you spend and what you get for the quality of the artwork. House says, recipe, put a little old school rattle and mix in the simple art of binder making equals a damn fun, A damn easy fun evening. Hell yeah, we'll take it. Yeah, it's mostly just a chat with you guys while I do the stuff that I'm gonna have to do anyway. Otherwise, you know, I could be sitting here by myself, not talking to anyone. Am I gonna make mistakes because I'm talking and putting cards in at the same time? Probably. Cheesecake says pretty solid. I never ripped any of it though. In terms of like opening, I mean, I don't know if there's been a better time. I mean, it's kind of similar to like Scarlett and Violet, but now with like the odds increased in terms of before it being like 1 in 6 to get a V or better. Anything after like Trainer Gallery and later is basically 1 in 3 if you include all your IRs and your Trainer Galleries and Amazing Rares and stuff like that. Focus Steve says, sup homie, it's my birthday today. Glad to be enjoying a bit with you and the boys. Happy birthday, Steve. Hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully you didn't wish for too much inappropriate stuff when you blew out the candles. If you'd blown out the candles. Market Zero Maddie says, where's the trick or trade cards that you sacrificed your liver? So they're still in the safety box here. I do need to sleeve those up and put them in the binders as well. We got a little mix there of like Scarlet and Violet, and I haven't checked to make sure I have all the non-hollows, but I ended up opening 28 packs because there's 28 hollows there. So I did 28 Jager bombs. Needless to say, I was a little bit too drunk. We'll put it that way. I was fine the next day because I drank a bunch of water and recovered, but I was very, very intoxicated. Fresh Chat says, any vomit cards? No vomit cards. There was a couple cards that had like little speckles of like Jägermeister on them or something, or a Jager bomb on them. But Relic says no vomit stream this time. No vomiting tonight. I do have. I was sipping on a Rockstar though. It doesn't taste the same. Josh says the trick or trade video was peak content this year. Man, we got a little bit unlucky with the duplicates there. I mean, it was definitely possible. I do have the Jager bottles like over on the other side of the room here, and there is not very much left. So pretty much an entire bottle of Jager. TKO Dark says I would only do shots for dupes. Yeah. So I would have had what, 18 shots, 17 shots. Josh says it went off the rails so quick. I didn't think the stream was going to even last that long. Because when I did the video the year before, I don't know how many Jager bombs were in the video the year before. If anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, if you go in under past lives, on just like from my YouTube page, we did the Halloween pack opening. So every time I did a Jager bomb, I had the opportunity to open a pack until I would get all 10 holographic cards. And as you can tell, it got very sloppy, very quick. I think it was like an hour and a half or something, wasn't it? Timothy says dumb ways to die. No, I wouldn't die. Although my my alcohol tolerance is definitely not at its peak. I haven't been found in that many drinks, so I was very intoxicated. But it's okay. It was safe. I had beer nurses on standby. Jager bomb nurses on standby. the Jager sweat towel came out. Classic and great speeches. Yeah, we probably had a little bit of the Jager sweats. Nothing wrong with that. It happens to the best of us. Tortank says just one of those would put me on my butt. It's 35%, so it's not like, it's not quite like a real shot. I don't usually drink hard liquor though either. You'll usually just sip on some beers. But I also didn't really fill the glasses with the Rockstar, with the energy drink, because it just would have been way too much liquid. Chrono says you were so red in the face. Probably, yeah. I was very drunk. It's a beautiful kind of chaos. It was definitely more chaotic than the year before. Although the year before it wasn't live, it was just like a recorded video. I did it much earlier the year before, so I had a lot more time to like drink water and sober up. But some stuff came up, so I couldn't do it till later on. The plan originally was to do it like in the afternoon, like Friday afternoon, but Ghost Images says, did you pull enough duplicates to slip variants into all the set binders? So, yes. I probably won't have like a separate, I'm just gonna put them at the back of the binders, like with the corresponding sets. I probably won't have a separate set for my, I guess I don't have 2 of each because we had to pull the last one there. So I think I probably have 2 of everything except for the Mimikyu. I do have more packs. I haven't been able to find the booster bundles, or whatever you want to call them, here recently, so I do want to save some for Halloween to give out, along with like I'll find a tin and I'll fill it with Pokemon cards and stuff like that. I've been come to known as the Pokemon house for Halloween, so if we can't let them down. It's nice to put a couple of those packs in there too, though. Some of those, some treats, some traditional candy type things. Surely have some bulk, maybe some bulk V's and stuff like that. Coins, all that stuff. Josh giving us the exclamation mark sleeves. I don't think for some reason the Stream Elements bot is not working. Is it working on? Let's see if it's working on Twitch. Sleeves. Yeah, it's working on Twitch, but it's not working on YouTube for some reason. I don't know. It wasn't working last time too, which is a little bit concerning. I don't know if it's me or just YouTube and Stream Elements are not getting along. We got the psapikachu.com link. That says, make sure guys, psapikachu.com. I had a couple people that were very upset. They had recently, or they were recently going to purchase something from Troll and Toad, and then like the next day, we had the Rattle 5 discount code, 5% off. It only applies to the well, it applies to everything except for the merchant items. But pretty cool. Good way to support the channel. We'll have to do some Troll and Toad orders. I've done a bunch of them on the channel before, and very cool that they want to work with me. Mostly because it's another one of those companies that I've already been buying from. It's where I get a lot of my singles, all the inexpensive ones. Josh says, you got a troll code? I did. Code Rattle5, 5% off. Anything on Troll and Toad. Other than third party. So, my source for singles, it's pretty much my primary source for singles. So we can recommend the singles from there. We can recommend the sealed products for new releases when they come out. psapikachu.com. We yeah, I'm gonna have to start getting on that. I have a lot of stuff here, so we might have to do a couple streams before we get an order in, because I do need to catch up. I have a lot of like black and white reverses that I need to go through to see what I need, so we can clean up all the backlog here, get everything checked off, get everything in binders where it needs to be, and then we can progress, make some serious dents in these sets. But yeah, it's awesome to have like companies that wanna partner with the channel. Stuff that I would tell people to use anyway. Like I would tell people if they're doing master sets or something like that, especially if you're international, Troll and Toad is the best option. Also maybe the best option depending on how much time you want to spend on it. Some stuff will be a little bit cheaper on TCG Player, I'll tell you that right now, but the extra headache that is involved with like going through and buying from a bunch of different sellers and then making sure that like they have everything you need, different like shipping costs, with Troll and Toad, everything's all in one location. They are going to send you some cards that are not as described condition, but if you're not happy with them and if it's like a significant amount of money, you can return that stuff and they'll take it back. Yeah, I wish TCG Player was the same. Also, TCG Player, the biggest thing is like a lot of them don't ship outside of the US. So that's a big thing. So they've been, I mean, even since I got back in to the hobby, I've been using Troll and Toad. Put a few videos on the channel where I'm opening that stuff. So awesome way, if you guys can think of it, to use the code when you're shopping there. Supports the channel, saves yourself some money. Like, don't feel like you need to buy anything if you're not going to buy it already, but when you're looking for singles, keep it in mind. Same with PSA Pikachu. If anyone doesn't know the story behind how I met PSA Pikachu, the fake case, the G.I. Joe case that was being sold out of Canada, he was going to purchase it, or he was looking to purchase it, and he was actually talking to Justin, and he had told Justin that if he can go there, show up in person with the money, and pay for it in person, but he had to open the case to do it. So clearly, like, Justin knew that the contents were fake and didn't want him to do that. So that's how that kind of like fell apart. Also, I think he had one of these like 5 different stories that were told to him. So he was a huge help with the fake G.I. Joe case. An awesome small business that you guys can support. Is he going to be the lowest price always ever to the extreme? Probably not. But if it's an extra $5, I think it's worth supporting that small business. Supporting somebody that's reliable, that's only going to take your pre-orders. We saw this with 151. He's only going to take pre-orders after he has his allocation numbers, so that you're not going to end up with like canceled pre-orders and stuff like that. So that's why we shop at PSA Pikachu for all our new sets when they're coming out. The pre-orders are pretty awesome. If you're in the Discord, the pre-orders, I create an event for the pre-orders, so you know when they go up, you know when they're live. Timothy says we're still struggling our way through SF. Yeah, man, it's tough to the Pokemon hobby. She keeps on moving, and then there's a lot of stuff in between. There's kind of like a short gap in between here where we had 151, kind of smack dab in the middle. But that's the thing too. Don't feel like you need to open a ton of each set. In terms of like if you want to open a little bit, keep it reasonable if you're trying to stay within a budget, and you can always pick up the singles as you go, trade for them. They will become less expensive when stuff rotates out, when it's not, you know, as playable or isn't as sought after because it's not the brand new thing. Sean Thomas says PSA Pikachu hasn't disappointed me yet. That is good to hear. That's the thing too, for Steel collectors, his packaging is second to none. I don't know if I've seen anything packaged as well as his stuff, which is pretty important if you're looking to keep a box. You don't want it to show up all beat to hell. I mean, sometimes it comes like that from distributors, but if you're telling them that you want it for the sealed collection, or if you want a sealed case or something like that, surely he can accommodate. Down to the shiny vault. Oh my god, yeah, definitely single that out. I think I bought those on Troll, actually, the vast majority of them. I would imagine that they're probably pretty cheap now too. But yeah, I don't think anyone ever has or ever will open the entirety of the shiny vault for Shining Fates. It's just impossible. I also kind of think that they're underrated. I haven't seen if they've gone up in price, but like a lot of those were like a couple bucks a piece. It's too cheap. Not that it's hard to pull like a shiny vault Pokemon, because there's like 120 of them or something crazy, but yeah, definitely if Shining Fates is a set that you want, you're definitely going to want to bang it out sooner rather than later. A lot of it was opened, but you got to keep in mind that there's probably not that many of each individual shiny card compared to the total population, just because, I mean, to open one of every shiny vault, I don't even want to know how much product that would take. That might be worse than like an Evolving Skies or something. Timothy says the base Pokemon can be the most expensive in the line. It's strange. Yeah, a lot of it is like popularity. I know the Suicune was expensive. It probably still is. Devin, how's it going? Say good afternoon. Good afternoon where you are. Good evening. Good evening where I am. Just Jedi just for Drapion. Oh, the Dreepy. Yeah, there's some like weird things that you might see too, where like with the Gardevoir line or with the Pidgeot line, from like recent sets, because people are evolving it with rare candy. Like the middle evolution is kind of just like the forgotten middle child, because no one's playing with it. That's definitely a thing. The Galarian Rapidash is more expensive for some reason than Shining Fates. Yeah, I don't know. I think that might be like popularity as well. But yeah, even then, like you think about like how big and how many of those chase cards there are. The entire set is not that expensive, at least in my opinion. When you're getting like chase cards or multiple chase cards, like multiple shinies for less than the price of a pack, I think that's pretty good. Ghost Images says, any suggestions for websites or resources that break down master set contents? Bulbapedia is great, but still requires a bit of hunting to compile a complete list. So hopefully pkmn.gg will have all that incorporated into it sometime in the near future. John the Man Int 19 says, you use the KMC Perfects and Hypermats, right? I do. I can just like copy it from the Twitch chat, right? Here we go. I do. I use the black ones, the black Hypermats, the KMC Perfect Fits. I use those for both my decks and for my all my binders. Double sleeve everything, regardless of what it is, even if it's a little starly. Is it overkill? Absolutely. Amazon has usually been the best place to buy those, but sometimes they go out of stock for a little bit. If they do, you might also be able to pick them up on Amazon Japan. I have a really awesome Japanese stream coming up for all you people that are excited about Japanese cards, but it'll be like vintage Japanese stream, at least mostly vintage. We got a very expensive pack to open, and a couple of shoe boxes full of like random, some older, some newer Japanese singles. So that should be a little bit Cyril says, hit that like button if you like Rattle's voice. At least I didn't lose my voice from the weekend. Sean says, just remember to buy them in bulk when it comes to sleeves and such. Yeah, try to buy them in like bigger quantities if you can. I would say like, same with binders. I usually try to buy them also before I run out. That way, if they don't have them in stock, then you always got you got that next option. JK420 says, Collector is another great app if you're wanting more options to pick from. Yeah, I've seen Collector. I don't like it as much as PKMN. But then again, like PKMN.gg still has a lot of missing stuff that I'd like to see. The biggest thing, variants. I guess number one, to get everything added in there. And number two is like the ability for me to show other people what I own and don't own. Without them being able to like with Pokelector, basically I have to give people my login info. In order for them to look at what I have or like be there showing them or check for them, which sucks really bad. Just the ability to like share for the sake of time mostly, because if I'm looking at doing trades, it's easier for me to say like, here's everything I'm missing, here's how you look at it, or if somebody's just curious and they're like, oh, I wonder, look, Rattle's missing the gold star. Jolteon. I think I'm missing Jolteon and Raikou. For some reason, the electric dog and fox, they just eluded me somehow. So people could make fun of me for that or something. Missing a lot of shinings. Missing quite a few crystals. Missing a lot of expensive stuff. Synapse, thanks for the first time chat in the Twitch chat, saying hi, big fan, love your YouTube vids. Thank you for watching them, much appreciated, and thank you even more for stopping in and saying hi. If you guys aren't in the Discord, by all means, join the Discord. I haven't mentioned it recently, and I guess in a little while, but in the Discord, if you guys are buying or selling on eBay, which is usually what I would suggest in terms of like buyer protection, seller protection, just ease of transactions. You don't have to go to the bottoms of the depths of hell that are like Facebook groups and Instagram and stuff like that and deal with all the like scammers and lowballers and wiener baby supremes. Just sell it on eBay. If you're selling on eBay, join the Discord. There's some channels. There's some eBay self-promotion channels where you just copy paste the link to your Discord listing, or not to your Discord listing, to your eBay listing, and Digglitbot will repost it for you. It will do so in an affiliate link manner, which supports the channel, but will also get you a ton more views on your listings. So not only will it be in there, where we have somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 people in the Discord now, who will be able to look at it, to check it out, but also you're pretty much guaranteed to be more likely to get a reputable seller. Probably no scammers in there. If you're a scammer in there, you're in for a bad time. But also, the fact that it will be posted on Instagram and on Twitter on the Rattle Pokemon Marketplace channels, where if you post something interesting, you're pretty much guaranteed to get 1,000 extra people see your listing. They might not click on your listing, but they're going to see your listing. They're going to see the item. There's a chance they click on it. There's a chance they bid on it. So it can be an auction, or it can just be a listing. You're just increasing your odds. It's basically free advertising for anyone as a nice little perk for being in the Discord while supporting the channel at the same time. It's pretty much a win-win. So I don't know if you guys have noticed the theme or not, but the ways that support the channel, I would much prefer them be a benefit to you guys as well. And that's the kind of thing that supports the channel without you guys having to actually donate or anything like that. I'd much rather you guys get something awesome out of it. It'd be of no charge to you if you're going to buy stuff on eBay anyway. Then it supports the channel in that way. We're on like this is like the shill stream. We're gonna shill all the cool things that we have, the cool places to to shop. But I don't know. I think it's important. There's a lot of people that need to learn that you shouldn't be in the trenches dealing with stupid people if you can avoid it. Not that, like, yes, you're gonna have some mishaps. You're gonna have some bad stuff on eBay. You're gonna have fake stuff on eBay. You got to be careful with all of that. You got to know what you're looking at, what you're buying. But there's also, there's somebody in the Discord today. So if you're buying something or you bought something and you receive it and it's fishy and you don't know if it's real, you don't know if it's resealed. I mean, we can't tell if it's resealed necessarily just by looking at pictures. The same way no one really can. You have to be careful and buy from people that are reputable for that stuff. But if we see something that's off, we can definitely tell you that. And today, the box that someone posted of tops, it was like a tops box that was different than the image that they sent for the listing. And it looks like they had a counterfeit tops box because, like, the perforation, the cutout was different, the wrap was different. Like, it clearly wasn't the same thing that they sent them. So that's a big old sketch dog, and something that I think Blasty was even able to confirm before I laid eyes on it. So if there's not someone in there to help you out with some advice, be humble. You know, if you ask for help and you're nice about it, there's definitely lots of people in there that can help you out. If you're new, if there's something that you don't know a lot about, no one can be an expert in anything and everything Pokemon. It's impossible. I know a lot of people that know a lot about Pokemon. They don't know everything. If they say they know everything, they are absolutely lying, because there's so many aspects that there's just no way. Josh says the Blasty Discord is sick nasty. It's the Blasty Discord this morning. He doesn't like to admit that he's learning about Pokemon, but he definitely identified that box. It was all him. Timothy says, do you have people that could suggest what to prioritize having graded? So with the graded thing, that's a tough question to just say, like, hey, you should grade this, not grade this. It comes down to, you got to look at what's the benefit of having it graded, whether or not it's like a temporary boost in value versus if it's a, long-term boost in value, if it's for like personal reasons, that kind of thing. So, I mean, typically you want to look at what the raw price is of the card. You want to know, you have to expect, like, hey, is it going to get a 10? And then who are you grading it with? That kind of thing. So don't feel like you need to grade things if it's like personal collection stuff. I think a lot of people kind of fall into that trap, and a lot of people, especially in 2021, when everyone, or like, just there was just a flood of new people. People were just like, oh, I need slabs. And now, I mean, it wasn't always that way, and it wasn't always going to be that way. So there's a lot of times where you can spend money on grading and you lose money. Like, it's not worth grading it because you spent money to grade it, but then it's not worth any more than the raw card. So different story if you have an eye for 10s, if you get used to that stuff. But John the Man 19 says, do you prefer the open binders like this one? I tend to lean towards the zippered ones for extra protection. I put them in boxes, and I'm looking at getting some like custom like enclosure things. So there's never really any dust on it. I prefer the open binders to the zip ones, but if you like the zip ones, you like the zip ones. I don't even use the elastic. I know a lot of people are like, oh, don't use the elastic, it's gonna ruin the cards, but like I don't even use the elastic. As long as they're stored like upright or like in, I have like FedEx boxes that I have them in at the moment until I get a better solution, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think it matters. I mean, it depends what you're doing with it too. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, I like the Toploader binders. I don't. I think they're overkill, but I mean, maybe not. If you're going to it, let's say you're setting up and you're selling at a show or something like that, and you want to transport, I mean, maybe not. Maybe you have people flipping through your binder, and that's why you want the Toploader binders, because or if you're traveling with it in a bag, like in a book bag or something like that. If something slides out, it's not going to be at risk of like being damaged. I'm not like lugging these around in a book bag or anything, like running up and down a convention. So I think even the double sleeve on these is overkill. But that's just kind of what I do, what I like. And that's the extent that I kind of want them. I feel like they fit better in the binder that way, especially when they're front and back, double sleeved. If they do slide out, you know, if I ever get into a Pokemon match and I need to like pull out I need a Shaman V-Star and this is the only one I have, then I'm good to go. Yeah, so I don't know. It was also a pain. So like Dex was like, I think it was during the boom. So not only were the Pokemon cards and stuff sold out, but I couldn't find any more binders. I want them all to match. Some people don't care. I care. I want all of my binders to be like the white Dex binders with the red strap. So I had to wait a little while. I ended up putting some stuff in 3-ring binders. You can use a 3-ring binder. You just got to be very careful how you store it, that you're not pinching any of the pages with the rings. That's the biggest, I guess, benefit to the side loading binders, like the ringless, the no ring in the middle. For anyone that doesn't know, there's a lot of Charizards because it was, you know, when you have 9s, your Charizard would be right here and there'd be a ring right here. So if the page closed and it was on the ring, you get that nice little binder dent. That's what it's referred to as. Mac, thank you very much for the 10-month membership. Says, howdy at Jedi Master Josh. Classic. Daniel on Twitch saying, hey Rattle, I found my brother's old base binder. Posted a picture of cards worth a bit. Shockingly on Discord. Did you put it in the general chat? I'll take a look after I'm done. That's pretty cool. Yeah, old collections, pretty fun to go through. I mean, collection buying in general. I say this all the time. People that are like, oh, Pokemon's too expensive and everything else. Pokemon can be very inexpensive if you have a lot of free time. So if you're buying binder collections, if you're buying collections in general, you're going to get, or you should get, a pretty good deal on them, because if somebody's, you know, not going to put the work in to sell the individual cards, then they're not going to get top dollar for their stuff. And if they don't get top dollar for the stuff, that's where you can kind of get a sweet deal. You sell off the extra stuff that you don't want, and voila, you have some pretty inexpensive Pokemon cards. That's my pro tip of the day. That's what I used to do a lot of when I was starting off, especially because I had so few cards. Even back then, I knew that I wanted to get one of every English card, and, you know, mainly focusing on the sets themselves, but then also the variants. That was like an awesome way to get a bunch of cards I needed. Then when I had all the duplicates sorted out and set aside, sell those bad boys off, buy another collection, and rinse and repeat. Tanya, how's it going? Good evening. Welcome in. JKey420 saying I need to find my old binder. Yeah, that would be cool too. The childhood binder. My childhood binders got absorbed into my collection binders at this point in time. Could have kept them separate. I totally understand when people want to keep them separate. I had a lot of stuff in good shape though, so I wanted them in my actual sets. But yeah, you never know what you're gonna find in like old collection stuff. I mean, you have a pretty good idea of what you're gonna find. There's probably gonna be a lot of base unlimited. Depending on where you're located, you might find some like Shadowless or First Edition. Now, guys, come on. Trainer gallery, please. If someone's looking for a budget, awesome collection, like just collect the trainer galleries. You put all the trainer galleries, now that the trainer galleries are complete, into one binder. That is a sick, nasty collection of cards, and the vast majority of them are not expensive. Like a lot of that baby trainer gallery is very, very cheap. Timothy says, like First Ed, Red Cheeks, Snorlax without a logo, etc. Yeah, I mean you can find a lot of little weird, quirky stuff. For like First Ed base, very geographically based, especially if it's like a childhood collection from '99 or whatever. That chances are, unless somebody moved. I mean, it's very possible that they moved or traded stuff or something like that, but. There was never any first edition base on. Well, there wasn't much of it in Canada in general, let alone the other side of Canada. The West Coast was mostly the first edition base stuff, and it was pretty limited because I think it was supposed to be like 10% of the print run, but that was like the original print run. So there still is there's a lot of first edition base, but. Frank says, "What time is Guess the Energy?" Not sure. I haven't seen if Whatnot has replied to me, but they said what what was the last thing you got on Whatnot? And I replied back with a very snarky in before someone says scammed by Blake. So we'll see if they reply, if they take the bait. TG 28, 29, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right. Oh, that fits so much better in the 12 pocket. All right, now how many of these bad boys do we got? We got 9, 10. Oh my god, we got 18. Let's put them all over here. I think there still are some brilliant cards that I'm missing now at this point in time. I did buy the Boss's Orders Cyrus Staff because it was like the last card I needed for the Master Set. And then the Master Set unmastered itself. I think there's some other key components. We got the Halloween stamped stuff from last year. Memories were made with those. Kikta saying, long-time subscriber, first-time commenter. Wish I would have met you in NC. Oh yeah, and there was a couple people that I didn't get to meet or didn't get to see. I'm sure I'll be at some other stuff in the future. Once it like makes a little bit more sense financially, I'll try to get to more stuff like that. But yeah, goal is to go to Hawaii next year. We'll see if I can make it to some other stuff as well. Would be nice. It's tough to do. It's hard to make content, at least at this point, unless I have like a streamer backpack. We get that set up, or if I find a good location to stream from and then like stay stationary. Worlds 2024 though is gonna be that's gonna be the ticket. The Hawaii crew. We gotta get Blasty to come too. Claims that he doesn't want to, but he wants to deep down. We got the Brilliant Stars Mewtwo even. Oh, I forgot that I have these chunky metal cards in the back here. Does anyone else not like the metal cards? Like it's... I don't know. Get Blasty to Worlds? I agree. Right, there we go. We're done that bad boy. Let's just put these down in the bottom here in the end. I don't know, I don't like the metal cards because I feel like they should be in the binder, but maybe they shouldn't. They just feel wrong. They feel like they don't belong there. Eric Drinks Water says the back of the metal cards look sick. I don't usually see the back. We could have went with transparent sleeves, but we didn't. Alright, I don't think I have any Brilliant Stars in here. We're gonna check to make sure. We got promos. We got Sword and Shield base. Put them on the table here. We got Sword and Shield base for days. We got Rebel Clash. Alright, we still got time. That was, I think, one of the more time-consuming things that we had to do. So we're gonna be alright. I'm still upset. I haven't found my Dialga alt art that I lost somehow. I don't know how I lost it, but I lost it. Alright, we got the Darkness Ablaze stack. Pretty big. We got the Battle Style stack. 2 cards for Battle Styles. We got Chilling Rain. So yeah, I was going through these and I was like, what the, how am I missing so many cards? I thought I had these all checked off. But it's because I had this box of other cards that I stuck aside somewhere. Alright, we got Fusion, we got Astral, we got Go. We got some Silver Temp on the end here. Lost Origin. Gonna get a Sparkly Water. Tortank says, how do you lose a card? You forgot to cherish it. I did. I traded for it too, so that's, I think that's even worse. I know I received it. I traded for it. I received it, lost it. Or I put it in another binder, or it's in a stack of something here somewhere. I need to get everything cleaned up, and then we'll find it. We definitely lost it. Right, what do we got here? We got Pogo. Pogo. Lucky for me, we do have a Pogo card that needs to go in there. Pupitar. So now we do have a complete... Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to find it before I order another one. I know as soon as I do order another one, I'm gonna lose it, or I'm gonna find it right afterwards. So here we have it. We have the very elusive, very awesome... Man, there's gonna be a day where, you know, people don't like Pokemon Go right now, but they will. They will. There's gonna be that day. It still amazes me how expensive the Hyper Rares are for this set. This set was kind of a pain in the butt to complete. That Mewtwo, it's one that got lost in the mail, stolen in the mail rather. We got all the, we got the Dittos, Ditto. We got the Cosmos variants. Then I also have the Mickey D's in here, apparently. So that's pretty fun. I think that's all we got. That's all we got in there. Sean says, I put all the Ditto sticker cards behind Ditto in my binder. You put that many in one slot? Daniel says, come on, Rattle, I'll buy some of those Mewtwo's, please. I think I traded them all the extra ones, the like Mewtwo in the city. I pulled like 3 of those. Never pulled the hyper rare one. But I think maybe that's why the hyper rares are so expensive. We got Shining Fates, but we don't need anything from Shining Fates, so we're gonna pick that aside. We're not gonna look through anything that we know that we're not missing anything from. We got Champion's Path, which we have completed. We're just gonna keep going through binders here until we find one that we... Alright, we got the Rebel Clash. White binder is also probably not the world's best choice in terms of like trying to keep them spotless. Alright. Now, Rebel. We got a Toxtricity. We're missing some reverses here. Maybe I'll put all the binders where I'm missing something. 71. Oxtricity VMAX. Alright, now we got the reverse city here. We got the Appleton. Appleton! Ooh, okay. This is like the most satisfying. They're not expensive cards, but we're missing them. The reverses on these sets are just out of this world impossible to complete. Cyril says music way too intense. You know what? We needed the intense music. Maybe we'll find the Dialga altar. I just put it in the wrong spot or something. Which is going to be like behind some very inexpensive card. So we're missing the Hatchram. Missing the Hatchram. We have the Creamy. Oh no. We got a binder where we are missing, where you have a slot that's messed up. But we're not gonna fix that now. I'm gonna make a note of it though. I'm gonna make a note of it because I'm gonna shift that. We're gonna do that off camera. And we're missing a Hatchram reverse, which is my favorite Pokemon from Sword and Shield. So that's not cool that they would do that to me. Do me dirty like that. Snorlax. Maybe I need to put like bounties out. And no, I'm not talking guess the energy bounties. I'm talking like bounties for like reverses that I'm missing or something. I'll just like put up a list and then I'll trade something ridiculous for the ones that I'm missing. Like something that's clearly more valuable. As an incentive for people to look through their bulk. Missing the twin energy as well. Okay, alright. This is a needs to be fixed and or checked binder. Fitz, you're here. You missed the Brilliant Stars binder. Swamp over. I will say, I'm wearing one and I got stuff all over my chest. But I also got a backup. Thank you very much to Rage for sending me this. Got a new fresh one. Got the Rage Quit, ragequitsucks.com. Alright, what's next? Next, binder. I need to wipe my table down too. A little on the dusty side. Alright, we got Sword and Shield base. It's a big one. Alright, we got hollows that we need. Cinderace. Am I losing my absolute mind? Oh, we skipped a spot in this one too? There's 3 Cinderaces here. Alright, we got another binder that needs to be fixed. We're gonna stick this in the back. We got a Frost Moth. But the Frostmoth is messed up too here. We got some serious rebuilding to do on this one. Frostmoth, Toxicroak, Dubwool. Alright, we need the dark type Pokemon. Fitz, chat with the overwhelming amount of love tonight. The hot dog love. Alright, where's... Do I not even have a slot for Toxicroak? Am I losing my mind? This binder is really messed up. Alright, put this back here. We need the old dub wool. I have a dub wool. I guess I needed one at one point. Thought I needed another. Didn't need another. Alright, let's go back. We gotta go to the quillfish zone. I think I might have been drinking when I put this one together, guys. And or chatting too much. Sword and Shield base. I feel like that was a recent stream. Alright, we do have the Inteleon reverse. Missing the Dreadnought reverse. I know there's a few reverses from the early sets that I'm definitely missing. We got a Bolton there, but it's the wrong Bolton. Doug Trio. Doug Trio goes there. Team Yell Grunt way at the back, which we already have. We need a very, very good, thorough check of what we have and what we don't have. That's why we're doing this thing. Too many sets, too many things to check off or not check off. Alright, what do we got here? More Pecco, number 56. I need a lot of Sword and Shield promos too. At least the early ones. Alright, 56 right here. 57. Pretty sure these were from Cyril. 58, 59, 60. The Duraludon. This little Duraludon there on the end. Cyril says I missed them. Liar. Nice little trades from Cyril. Some promos. Traded for the Zard. Sean says, have you completed a WotC promo binder? I have not. And I'm still missing the really expensive ones. But like Pokemon Center and the... What was the other one called? There's a couple that are like really, really expensive. I'm missing both of them. Yeah, Black Star binder. I think I have the majority of them. There's a lot that are still very inexpensive. I have like the birthday chew and stuff like that. Bios MC says, hi Mr. Rattle, what's your thoughts on the current Van Gogh situation? My thoughts are it was kind of a terrible release. It was a terrible release. They messed up. Alright, we got Vivid Voltage, which we do not need anything from. Or do not need to put anything into. Next binder. Nice idea, poor execution. Yeah, I don't know. They messed it up on in every way possible. Like how they didn't think to have like a Pokemon Center set up like they would any of the pop-up Pokemon Centers. How they thought they had enough product for everyone when that was the only way to get the promo cards. That it wouldn't be botted. Like they've done promos recently, and then they also told people. Or didn't tell people that the same promos were going to be available, and it wasn't super clear even after they did say that it was going to be available in the Pokemon Center. So people were panicking that way, and then you had the like stampede of people at the event at the museum, which was embarrassing and like clearly like not the museum's fault, but you would think that the Pokemon company would say like, hey, this needs to be set up in a certain way. Alright, what do we got here? We got a full art. We got a Toxicroak. Toxicroak reverse. Beauty. Needed him. And we got a Rainbow Serena and an Omastar V. I think I'm pretty sure I was like, what the hell? Where's my Rainbow Serena? I'm pretty sure I bought one of those. Pretty sure I have one of those. This is it. Alright, we got the 174. 174 Omastar. We got the Rainbow Serena. Yeah, these like Sword and Shield sets, pretty banging. 207. Rainbow Serena. Matthew Slab, thank you very much for the 5 months. Says happy Tuesday, everybody. And then the trainer galleries, guys. The trainer galleries. They're so good. I appreciate it. We got the GameStop Dragonite and the Articuno with the Cosmos. There's probably more variants that need to go in there. But Fits the bot Stream Elements is not working on YouTube for some reason. It's working on Twitch, but not on YouTube. Serrano 10 says hello from Germany. Hey, how's it going? How's Germany doing? Alright, we have an eye scan. We have Drew pumping the links. If there are links that you guys are wondering that you haven't seen that you're looking for later on, if you're looking in the chat wondering if it's there, if it's not, down in the description of the videos should be all of those. Also, if you join the Discord, there's like a nice little channel dedicated to like links, codes, and deals. If you want to see what I'm using for anything, there's links to all of that there. It supports the channel. If you do, don't buy it if you don't want to buy it. Don't go out of your way to buy something just because it's there. But if you do want to buy it, buying it from there does support the channel, and it's much appreciated. Spanky says, Rattle, I can't find the link to you on OnlyFans. Unfortunately, do not have one of those links. Hopefully never have to. Alright, we got the... Did I accidentally buy 2 eye scans and I'm missing a 206? What is 206? Alright, let's bring up the old sheet here. Alright, dexprotection.com. You can use code Rattle Pokemon 15. We'll run through like the sponsor stuff here real quick. Troll and Toad, code Rattle5 for 5% off everything except for third-party items. We got psapikachu.com where you should be buying all your sealed product in the US. Dosecards.ca if you're in Canada. You can use code Rattle5 on here if there's nothing better. But sometimes some of the site coupons that are there, they might be better than 5%. If it's not there, use that. Now, we got pkmn.gg. where we're gonna check out what the hell, how did I end up with an extra eye scan? How? 207. We got Lost Origin. I have it all checked off, so clearly I just ordered the wrong. Give it a scroll through here. My apologies for anyone's eyes that are bleeding from all that scrolling. I'm missing a Fantina. And have 2 eye scans. Maybe I have a Fantina somewhere? That's weird. Regardless, we might have to buy a Fantina. Hyper rare. It's saying $3.20 on there. It's probably not very expensive. Not a big deal. We'll get over it. All right, what do we got here? Next up. Let's close this down so we can take a look at the binder. All right, we just have the Calyrex VMAX in here that we're supposed to be missing. But we're gonna check through all the pages. Even the final little details on these sets are just a huge pain in the butt because the sets are so big. There's so many sets. Josh is going south for the winter. He's like a goose. TG30. So that's where I'm missing the like. Is that the altar? 177. I'm gonna check that on my other monitor. Astral Radiance 177. I think that is the alt art. Yeah, it is. That's where my Dialga is missing. I don't think I ever put it in the binder, but I do need to find it so I can put it in the binder. So that's the reason for that. Everything else is looking pretty dang complete in here. Trainer galleries on point. Other than we need our horse here in the end. Our TG30 horse. Thankfully I didn't accidentally get two of the same horse. There is a difference. Shadow Rider, Ice Rider. Make sure you get the right horse in the right hole. Alright, I need to put this aside because we need to find that Dialga. Gotta be somewhere. So here's what I was talking about where I have it like in a FedEx box. It is a temporary solution, guys. Northside Samurai on Twitch saying, what's good, Rattle? Did you complete 151? I did. I didn't complete it in one sitting. I only had 300 packs. So I was missing a few of the reverses and a few of the chase cards. But I did trade for all the cards that I was missing. I had all the expensive stuff. But it was cool. It was kind of a cool little side challenge to trade for all the cards I was missing instead of buying the singles. Says congrats, still chasing the Blastoise. Yeah, the Blastoise is nice. I'm glad they didn't do Venusaur and Blastoise dirty on this set, because they like to. They definitely like to. I might eventually change this binder over as well into the 4 slot. I feel like it needs it. Ooh, we got a lot of chase here. All right, let's go. We're just gonna put them in an order here. We got a Charizard, the regular Charizard. It's kind of crazy how what? All right, we messed up this binder as well. So we're gonna have to switch it over anyway. It's a little too full regardless. Yeah, because we got like alternate stuff. This one's definitely gonna have to go into a separate binder. All right, let's double up our Charizards. I'm gonna swap this one into another binder. I won't put you guys through it. We're not gonna do that tonight. We got the Eternatus, but I think this needs to be in a 12 pocket as well. With the variants, even without the play stuff, which I think I'm just gonna put in its own binder, in its own separate little home. There's just too many cards in this binder. Too many cards for the binder. It fit when it came out, but now that they came out with 75 different variants, we're gonna have to make some room by moving it into a different binder. We got 128, the old Stunfisk, Snap Trap, Salamancy. So back in these days, I say back in these days, it wasn't that long ago. I was opening like 1 or 2 booster boxes back then. Now we're just opening a disgusting amount. We're going full degen, trying to open a whole set in one sitting. We need 179. So here's where a lot of these cards, they ain't gonna fit. So we'll double these up in the back. Yeah, I'll swap this one over. That'll be an off screen probably. Swap-arino. Probably not tonight, if I'm being totally honest. can see I temporarily solved the issue by putting them in the slots where these chase cards, full arts, would go, which is clearly not the best way to do it. We should have swapped it over. I think I was also out of 12 pocket binders at the time. Now I have a decent supply of them, so we can swap that stuff over. All the Halloween cards. I mean, I could solve that by putting the Halloween cards all in one binder together instead of with the sets. But I think I'd rather have them at the back. We got 194, the Salamence. I was missing all kinds of Salamances apparently. And again, this is like, these sets weren't nearly as hard to complete as some of the other stuff, but like, there's quite a few rainbows there. If we think about it. 195. Suicune. $201. Alright, so there we have it. We're just gonna stick these babies in here. Normally I wouldn't double them up like this, but we're gonna double them up like this. We're gonna double them up a little bit, but yeah, I am. That's gonna be on my priority list of switching it into a different binder. Not quite big enough. It also just like once it's that full, it doesn't flip as nice. I don't know, and I'm also kind of just liking the 12 pockets a lot better now that I'm used to them. I'm used to the extra girth, the extra size. The only thing I wish is that like they wouldn't have random V's in amongst the other stuff, so that it would always be just like regular reverse, regular reverse. I could do it that way. I don't know. Fresh Chat says Jager custom sleeves. Yeah, maybe. Dope, how's it going? The bot is a little bit broken on the old YouTube. Carrot, how's it going? If you guys go on the Twitch though, the bot is working on the Twitch. I'm gonna have to figure out if there's something going on that it's not working on YouTube, whether it's me or if it's them. It wasn't working last time, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's frustrating. It's helpful. There's a lot of links that are in there. Drew has been absolutely powering through and posting the links. I'm missing a Cubchoo? For real? Missing a Cubchoo. Who would have thought? Got the Tyranitar reverse. Greedent Corviknight. Giovanni's Pikachu says he's #1 for a reason. That's true. Was it I'm assuming that was a PK title, that he was knighted #1 mod in the game. Rare fossil. What? I have a random Kangaskhan non-hollow? Is this a non-hollow variant, I take it? It's supposed to be at the back of the binder. Let's find the Kangaskhan. It is definitely a non-hollow variant. It needs to be at the back of the binder. I'm gonna stick it in behind Colossal, I guess. Why not? Alright, this is going in the pile of needs to be swapped to another binder. We have another big boy binder. It is Chilly Willy Rain. Alright, I know there's some chilling rain here. There sure is. Alright, we got a fire chicken. Was the chilling rain messed up? Can't remember. We're gonna find out if it needs a revamp. I am definitely missing a Volcarona? What the hell? Missing a Volcarona. How does that even happen? Alright. Slowking VMAX. This is going in the pile of need a card from. See if we can't power through the rest of these. We need to at least sort out the don't need anything from and the need something from piles of binders. That'll narrow it down. So then I can order the stuff that I'm missing. Maybe from Troll and Toad. Maybe I might have to get some help from people. We got Porygon too. Cast form, Adam's favorite. Don't let him know that I'm putting a cast form in here. Instead of sending it to him. We almost lost our tunes. We did lose our tunes. Very briefly. Oh, we got Shaman reverse. Right, so we have all the reverses, other than we're missing a Volcarona Hollow, maybe? Question mark? Sean C says, expensive cardboard, team up, just wait for it to dip and get the singles you need. Oh, the team up booster boxes. Oh, yeah. I would not. I had a bunch of team up packs and they were too expensive. And I sold them. But maybe I should have just bit the bullet. In hindsight, it would have been nice to go through and open as much, of those sets as I'm opening now. But at that point in time, it wasn't quite feasible. Channel wasn't quite what it is now. All right, we got 211. We got the Avery Hyper Dog. Our Chilling Reign is looking pretty good, other than that one missing Volcanion for some reason. Can't believe that. It's insane. And then we got the, it's not going to show up on screen here. We got the PSA 9 Tower Chicken. The old receipt. I cannot believe I'm missing that card. Alright, another one in the almost complete pile. Billy says, "Oh, we still going? Did you screw up the binder again?" No, I would never screw up a binder. Now putting it in the pile of not complete sets, but it's only because I'm missing one card. One very inexpensive card. It's like a Volcanion or something. We need battle styles and we need fusions. I feel like this might be battle styles. We might be there. We might be getting there. Fit says 2 binders jacked up tonight. Yeah, there's one that definitely doesn't have space, so it's going to have to be moved into a 12 pocket. There's a couple that have stuff in the wrong spot. That's going to have to be reorganized. Alright, what do we got here? Battle Styles is missing a Cacturn. What is going on with this? Oh, it's... Okay, so... I'll probably swap this over as well because it's pretty thick. But this is like how I used to do my old binders. So it would have the reverses on the back side. So there's no reverse on the back side of the Cricketune. I think everything's Sword and Shield. I'll swap it all over. So I'll probably redo this binder as well. I redid it with some of them. But yeah. Let's see where the Mimikyu is missing. Missing Q. Make sure we're not missing any reverses. Make sure we're not missing any why was I missing that? I wasn't missing that. Alright. We have an extra Mimikyu V for some reason. Alright. Now we have a single style Mustard. Who is hopefully missing from the end. I guess we should still go through here just to make sure I'm not missing anything. There's the Mimikyu page, so we'll go through, make sure I'm not missing any reverses. And I will probably change this binder around. It's a crazy page. Probably swap it into the old 12 slot. I think maybe just put everything Sword and Shield into 12 slots, right? New era, new type of binder. PokeKid, how's it going? Alright. We have everything in existence. Anyone? Man, I feel like Battle Styles is gonna be... I don't know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be not what it's looked at as today. There's no way. 162, 163. It's a good set. It's an awesome set. We have the beautiful, the best Tyranitar that will ever be printed. Guaranteed. Or your money back. Empoleon. Like tons of alt arts. Yes, the Urshifus are in there. No, people aren't crazy about the Urshifus. We got some awesome waifus going on. We got these awesome, I love these shiny gold cards. I keep saying this recently, but I really like these. Like looking back on these are cool. They were in the previous set. They were playable cards. They were printed as shiny versions of those cards on gold backgrounds. What's there not to like about that? Nothing. Then we got some cards in the back there. Some GameStop promos. Probably a bunch of other. Market Zero Maddie says, "Is Rattle is the T-Tar what you looked like after Friday night?" Yes, on Friday night. I was in the public chat afterwards on Friday night, and I was just laying down in my bed. I had the camera. I turned, well, not the camera. I had the my microphone. I put it up over my monitors because there's a bed back there, and I was just laying down on the bed talking to people, recovering, drinking water, full recovery mode. Alright, the ultimate problem with Fusion Strike. The double. Fitz says I had liver failure. Didn't have liver failure? There was no failure of livers. Alright, we have Fusion Strike here. The second part. So we start with dragons. The dragons. I think Fusion Strike is complete. Maybe I should look through the first binder as well. We got Schoolboy. Remember, all the hits were stolen. And I pulled the Gengar a few times. What? I have the friggin' Schoolboy. Double Schoolboy? Alright. Fully spoiler. Did you not watch? Did you not watch it? Set up with the microphone, yeah. I mean, I was kind of a little ways away from it. It's not right there next to it, but I could at least when people wanted to talk to me, I could yell at it. All right, let's check the Fusion Strike 1 out of 2 binder. We have everything filled out there, so now it's just a matter of identifying the flawed binders or the incomplete binders. So this is in the new method, but with the smaller binders, because the Fusion Strike set does not fit, unfortunately, in a 480 card binder. Which is unfortunate for me, unfortunate for anyone that wants it in a binder that's the same as the other binders. Alright, make sure we're not missing any cards here. Pretty sure I have Fusion Strike on Rats. I might have opened all the reverses, and then we just needed some of the hits. I'm pretty sure that's what went down with that. The earlier sets, a little bit of a pain in the butt to find the reverses because I didn't open them myself. Fix Me's TCG says, new movie Rattle and the X Football, nobody make up and make love story together. What? You saying that I'm... story. Alright, last binder that's over here. We gotta get 3 of these because I want to very much put the black and white stuff away. I gotta go through, check it off, put the black and white stuff away. Oh, we have Evolving Skies to end it off. Jay says, Rattle, please unban me from your OF. I am withdrawing from seeing your lady feet. Also, please dance more. I miss the way that butt shakes. I love you, Blasty Sucks. Thank you, Jay, for the 10 months. I think you were looking at the wrong OnlyFans. That was only an imitation. My feet are not ladylike. And I don't have an OnlyFans unless someone's taking pictures of my feet while I sleep, which could be a thing. Carrot says I have hockey feet. I don't know if I have hockey feet. They're definitely man feet. I wouldn't be able to take pictures of them, and even if I remove the toe hair, the foot hair, I don't think anyone's gonna buy it. No one's gonna think that they're lady feet. Otherwise, I could make some serious side coin selling foot pics. Oh yeah, baby. We worked hard for this set, ladies and gents. It was pain. We never completed it. I did technically pull the Rayquaza, but we were still short a few cards. Even if that Rayquaza counted. Rayquaza. We have the cracked Rayquaza in the binder. We got the variants in the back. I don't know if I have all the variants. Probably not. There's probably some like stamped weird stuff going on that I don't have. I do have the Umbreon, the non-holo Umbreon V. That's pretty cool. I heard there were more events going on that have these. I haven't seen anyone posting or buying or selling them, but I haven't been looking either because I have one. I think I paid too much money for this, but I just wanted to get it out of the way. It says, what did you do with your extra tree? The extra tree went to PokeKid. She's already gone. I think it actually just got there today. So it went to a good home. The Rayquaza boy himself, PokeKid. Giovanni's Pikachu said, what is this non-holo you speak of? So there's a non-holo Umbreon V. So it's like an Umbreon V, except there's no holo to it. There's an Umbreon, there's a Greninja, and there is a third one.
Sean Thomas became
which I'm trying to remember what it was. The Greninja from Fusion Strike? Is it not Luminion? Josh, what's the third one? It came in these like little like starter decks. It was at Comic-Con or something like that. They had a little Pokemon booth. Lucario. Yeah, it's Lucario. They came in this like little pre-constructed deck. Thank you for the memberships. They came in these pre-constructed decks where you had to like battle against the people.
Dimension 35
the people at the event or whatever, and you got to keep the deck when you were done. But there was only like one event that it happened at. But I think it was supposed to come. It was supposed to happen in more events.
Hoaxer became a member.
But Josh says I'm hosting the event for those here soon. There you go. So essentially people could go through as many times as they wanted, and each time they did, they got like another deck. The rest of the stuff in the deck, I don't think there were any other variants in there, but the non-holo Vs are really cool. So that's where those came from. All right, it is 9:01, guys. I think we're gonna call it there. I got a stack of binders that I need to fix. We're gonna have to find the cards that are missing from those, so we can just end. We gotta end Sword and Shield. I do need to sleeve up the trick or trade stuff. I'm having a hard time looking at those right now. I got flashbacks. But if you guys can go over and say hi, at least go in, check in with Rusty, tell him I sent you. That would be much appreciated. I'll give you a link for that. But then also it should automatically like give you a little pop-up to say like, hey, Rattle fans are going to hang out with TCA Gaming. So if you guys can at least go pop in there for a little bit. I know if you're busy, if you got to go do things other places, other things, by all means, go do those. But Rusty's an awesome dude. And he deserves a little bit of love. To give him some hugs and kisses, maybe some X's and O's in there. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.